Some
You need
beautifully
the
short
Swiss
games.
map
There
as
was
well. You can live in the holes.
fucking, oh my god, we're living in holes again, and that free for all was horrible.
I had a good time.
It was funny. It was
You
very
tried to leave
funny.
the hole. You got punched down, like
Oh
swatted like a fly.
man, that game was funny. I almost lich sniped. Who was that next to me? I killed one of his comms with the lich, and I couldn't catch the other one. I don't know who that was. I was next to you. Yeah. You were south of me killing everybody, and I could just hear ominous noises in my south as I'm like was fighting somebody to the east. It was weird.
Metal screeching. Suddenly, it's become quiet.
Yep. And I became mole man. We had a nice piece. We did until I poked a bear that I should not have poked, and had to live in holes.
Then the bear ate the mole.
Yeah. It was a very funny game. Watch it. Yeah. This map seems very technical. Too much consideration to where to move your units. I really like this map,
That's
though.
like the bread and butter of 1v1, though. I also like this map.
It's a cool map. It's got different. It's just way more, like way more avenues of different scenarios that could happen with how it's set up. It's an interesting map. Are we getting grunt? We're getting grunt hell. We're getting grunt hell. Of course we are.
Let's go. Commit to the Grunt Wars.
Is it
Begin
bad?
the Grunt Wars half.
Is it bad? I'm rooting for Vedor because he's the person that beat me. Is it bad? I feel like I should root for him. He's
It's like if you lose to the runner-up of a tournament, you can feel pretty good.
exactly. That means I'm almost as good as he is. That's how that means, right?
Exactly.
It's so
Oh,
good.
I think I remember how this turned out. This PtaQ came into the game I was observing between Goopy and Ragnar, I think.
Vedor's sick. He's good. He's good. I'm more annoyed at myself in that set because I was ahead both games. Oh my god, nope. I don't want to get back into that. Oh my god.
I sense a little anger.
I'm annoyed at myself. All right, Narn. I'm annoyed
What
at myself.
angle are we at right now?
Oh, it's such a winnable game. Both of them are so winnable, and I threw it away. Like, ugh.
I'm gonna steal that early radar thingy. I haven't done that on this map yet.
I've seen a lot of people do this now in that spot, and it does seem like it's very good. You just see so much. Open desert with a 10 max on each side, and that's it. Just wide open. You only get 10 metal the whole time, so it's entirely reclaimed.
You literally are
base.
describing like, I don't know, like Comet Catcher is basically built for that though, like CCR type maps.
Yeah, it would just be Comet Catcher.
Like open flat ground, which is like only maneuver warfare till the day you die.
But it would be Comet Catcher, but you don't have 40 billion metal income, right? It's Comet Catcher. You have 10 metal the whole game.
Because you're printing out tanks and units like factory non-stop.
He's also he's
Unlike
wastes too much.
Sertagera is also very similar though. It's got some hills though. A little.
Yeah. The desert you wouldn't have to. Yeah, exactly. There would be no expansion happening whatsoever. You just need enough E to pump units, and then it comes down to reclaim control. So it's like
yeah.
an entirely snowbally map. But it'd be fun to watch probably. I don't know how fun it would be to play, but
Where's the 1v1s in full metal plate? Let's be honest, that's what the people want.
full metal plate 1v1. Oh my god. Where's Chisato would sign him up for that. These are the tourney games, Sagan. These are the tourney games. I imagine, am I crazy? But any like tug of war map in 1v1, the moment one person's up a max, unless somebody misplays, isn't the game over at that point? Like you're just down in metal, and less metal means less units. So I guess it just comes down to the misplaying.
You know, you made hooked instead.
Look, all hover hooked is some of my favorite moments in the game. They're very fun. Every single time I played them, it's been fun, which I don't think is what the map intended, but you know what? They were very fun.
All hover is an unexplored format.
It is too funny. It is no reason. It's so unreasonably fun. The full hover hooked. It doesn't make any sense why it's so
The
enjoyable.
unit roster is just right.
It is.
You got the halberd, you got the rocket boys, and you got like the medium punchers.
It's too good.
And the light ones.
Yeah, Randy, why is hooked not liked in 1v1? I've heard it's very it's just a map that nobody likes.
It's like, think of all the core skills that you train in bar, and then make a map where it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, you know what? That's fair. Super cheesy. I can see that too. It's cheesy in 8v8 hooked, so I mean that makes sense. Oh
I feel
man.
it's also very rock paper scissory.
Wait, really? I don't.
And isn't any cheesy map by nature rock paper scissory?
Huh. That's interesting. I feel like there's some 1v1 experience maybe missing in my head of like why it'd be. I can understand the cheesiness of the map. That makes total sense to me, just the way it's set up. But I don't know.
I think I played Teddy on it once, and he just went air first, flew to my cliff, built an LT up there in range of my mechs, flew home, and I just had to play the game without my big mechs.
That's
Did
fair.
you win or did you lose?
That's fair. That
I
sounds,
lost.
that sounds very annoying.
Does it sound winnable?
It sounds really bad, if we're being honest.
You didn't instantly resign, so you made it sound like you had a fighting chance.
Yeah, but when does Randy instantly resign? All right, I don't feel like that happens very often. This man's got strong mental. I don't think that happens.
We need stronger mental.
Buff pawns. See, there was an
We
interesting.
need to get the people like mental not better help, but like something similar.
Yeah, there was an interesting combo with Zacruz on the somewhat sweaty toxic Discord of like buffing like a pawn change, and like why it's kind of a complicated subject, and it's like a lot of like the common buff ideas was just giving pawns more speed, right? But like
Oh yeah.
it would kind of just make, like Zacruz pointed out, it would make them really horrible to defend against as raiders because they do 1 billion damage, and if they were faster, they would be much harder to stop from just getting into your base and killing all of you, like all of your economy. They would murder LLTs much quicker, and it's a unit. You gotta be careful buffing.
I feel like a strong pawn. I mean, it would be better, but like pawns are not the go-to unit in 8v8 for Armada.
Yeah, well, not now anyway. They
Not
got
now.
pretty
Not
similar
pick up.
radar control. Slow down ground a little.
I like
Maybe.
PtaQ's radar. Like
Maybe.
that's how I want to play my radar game. Like if you watch zoom out and like see how he's like half the map already.
Yeah, he's got good vision, whereas Vedder's is well, he's also got pretty good vision if we're being honest.
That's it. That's
He needs to see more here, I think, if he's gonna engage there.
good stuff.
I think that would be better than buffing pawn. But then it's like you're nerfing grunts, and it's like, do you?
If you nerf grunts, like give Cortex anything, please, for love of God.
You know, it's weird because it's also very different between 8v8 and 1v1, where like the grunt hell shit is not entirely like it's kind of map dependent on when you reach total grunt hell moments, but
It's going to take like 10 years before Legion is balanced and like introduced into the roster proper.
I'm sure all the 1v1 pros are very
No way,
excited for
dude.
goblin trades. The tier 1 unit that totally outranges both pawns and grunts. Oh,
He'll probably
man.
be ready the same time as Jazz's new lobby
Yeah, probably.
and matchmaking.
Ooh.
Plus 1 week, by the way. Now that you've said it, plus 1 week. Good job.
I want to delay it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a fine cook. Let him cook in the kitchen.
This is honestly a pretty even game so far, outside of PtaQ's just slightly better E-scaling. They're actually pretty even. Oh, the PtaQ's
Have you
little lab.
been able to experience PtaQ's first lab build order queues?
I have
before?
not.
Check out his bot lab.
Is bot lab?
It'll be something like
Oh, I did see
13
that,
cons,
yeah.
11 res bots.
Very
Oh
specific.
fuck yeah!
Where a lot of people
I
just
love
go
it.
like, you know, they're just grunt on repeat, or they're doing like a few cons into grunt on repeat, but not.
But he
Yeah.
said that the second he put the lab down, and it hasn't changed since. I guarantee you.
I think I did actually see that at when I first clicked. At the
Does he
start,
use
yeah.
the plugin that loads in like already made like queue templates?
No, it'll be slightly different every time.
Wait, really?
I guess you want to have it be map to map specific, right?
It's not just like the flash like sniper welder comp like where it's just the same build every single game. It's he actually he makes a new weird queue every game.
And that 65 grunts, he didn't hold shift for that. It was clicked 65
No,
times.
he did not click 65 times. Okay, that one I don't believe. There's
You
no
watch the replay. I bet
No.
you have
Why? He's a
10,000 channel
developer.
points.
He's a moderator.
No way. Does he click fucking 60? I can't believe that.
There's no reason.
We need to go find
Is he
PtaQ.
so bored?
He's probably
He has so much
sleeping.
APM.
Oh man. That's crazy. Oh shit, even I click. I devolve back into clicking sometimes, but I'll at least control click for like 100 or something, or control shift click for 100, but
But this is game 1. We can see it in game 2.
yeah, I'll be hard staring at his lab in game 2.
I just go like 10 runs, 1 con and repeat for like I'm finding my footing.
Yeah, but we're noobs, Nard. All right. Clearly, if we can come down the perfect mathematical combo between cons, grunts, and res bots and AA bots,
But you can never. It's useless to go like try and figure out something like that because it's so dependent on what your opponent does, and you never have perfect information. You have to work off of imperfect information.
Oh shit! It's a big tank
If you
push.
can never, therefore, you can never make the perfect
well.
play. PtaQ's getting old.
There was a tank push, but he's hard focusing on this because this is a terrifying amount of grunts, like actually absurd amount of grunts. Wait, PtaQ dies here. He doesn't have any defense. He has no units and no defense. And he's not changing his lab queue. This man is hard committed to these making response into this.
He's got way too many res spots for
Like,
what he's facing.
Surely in this, I mean, I guess all his build power is going into turrets. Oh, he's actually got good reclaim control here for on Vedor's side.
Maybe is it gonna work out? It's gonna be fine.
It's already, I think, done like a substantial amount of damage, right? He lost.
I mean,
so much
now he's
energy.
equal on energy, right? After losing half of it.
Windmills killing grunts. Yeah, the windmills are killing. The windmill explosions killing grunts. But Vedor got most of the reclaim. Like this isn't even that bad. Like he's obviously leaving some in PtaQ's base, but
Oh, Vedor? Yeah, had good
PtaQ got
follow.
very lucky that his queue swapped to the grunt half of the queue at the end of that, so he had units. I will say. Oh please. Where's the radar?
Yes.
Oh man. Oh really? It's kind of hard to see with how many there were. Well, PtaQ lost a lot of his E, and all of a sudden he's metal floating and can't spit. He can't spend his money. He's losing. Like he's lost. I mean, that was painful. That was not a small loss for PtaQ. He lost a lot of his E, and he lost a lot of the reclaim from that, which is actually on the ground. A lot of this is on windmills.
Ragnar, when are we going to get more YouTube content?
That's a good point. That's a good point. We need more YouTube content for people that are better at the game, shall we say? Oh man, the Shuri diff is kind of strong here. Like the Pounder can't even trade well into this when it's just getting anti-air or getting EMP'd.
Over your channel, I found the Uzbekistan Semera. It's been a BAB in my friend groups ever since. I got 3 cred thanks to your choice in music. Thank you.
The music. He wants more. Yeah, he wants more music.
What about?
That's funny.
Interesting. What do the people want? Yeah, your music. I like where you found that Uzbekistan. Which one? Where was it?
PtaQ? I mean, PtaQ's still got good mechs control, I would say. He's reclaimed all of his mechs here. He's still up in metal. He just needs to recover his E, which he's wait, is he ahead? No, he's not ahead. He's not ahead. I don't know why I'm looking down here. He just if he can recover his E, he's got good amount of mexes. Got good tank production. Oh, interesting. Tier 2? I mean, he's floating basically enough metal to fund the lab, I guess. This is a bad trade.
It's like the first player to go for an earlier tier 2 than anybody else.
I think this is actually... I've only seen one other tier 2 in all the sets that I've watched today. I think this is literally the second time, right?
It's so unpopular. Nobody likes going tier 2.
It's very funny. It was only that Canis game with Ragna and wow, my brain is Lopatka, right?
Lopatka.
Yeah, Lopatka. That was the only other game I
That
saw.
went all the
that
way
got
to tier 3.
It did. It did go all the way to tier 3, which I did not expect. Yeah, he is fully relying on wind here.
He's a wind believer.
Means
God
little
bless him.
shovel. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Now I definitely feel
What
like I'm
language?
mispronouncing it. He's got fighters now to do it, sure.
He's Czech, so I guess Czech.
Oh, that makes
Check,
sense then.
check, yeah. Making the units. I mean, it kind of depends on what he's making, which I guess. I forgot to look at his lab. Damn it.
What is a good energy cheap core unit to build as like a good, like all around fighter?
Well, I want to say Sheldon's, but at the same time, they're so bad at actually fighting things. It's like the only thing they have going for them is they're E cheap and their range is high.
I like the trade-off you can make with Fox and Grunt. It's very straightforward. But like, there's no such a
that's a big
simple
one.
choice for the TQ.
You say waddlers? If you're talking sumos, these are E expensive and E expensive to fire.
Oh,
Ooh.
those boys are not cheap.
Yeah, they are. They're quite expensive actually. Oh, he's losing all
It's
of
like
his reservoirs.
being low on E with a tier 2 lab is just not an option really.
He really can't afford to lose this wind again. He's pinging it. Why did he ping it? Like in one bed bug. I have seen some funny bed bug. One funny bed. Well, I've seen some funny bed bug like early.
Bed bugs are also E expensive. Very expensive.
How much are they? 5,800. Yeah, that's pretty up there. I don't think that did nearly
With
as
69 metal, that's one of the worst ratios imaginable.
much. Confers. Well, he has a lot of tier 2 cons in a repeat queue, which is kind of surprising to me.
I didn't know PtaQ is such a repeat aficionado.
It's a lot. Like his cons are not particularly cheap, and they don't shoot noticeably. They definitely don't shoot. How much metal we got? It's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of metal. Who's selling? 8 memory? I don't. Does LordVedor play 8v8? He might. I don't. He might be at a different time zone than when I play. Does he just have no build power? Oh, he has no build power on this lab. Oh, that's rough.
No. That's
Free-for-all
unfortunate.
gamer.
You
I
should build a
imagine-
transport and shoot them over.
Yeah, start picking up con turrets and moving them over. This lab has basically no BP on it. I imagine there's a lot of like crossover between free for all and 1v1. Outside of
Isn't it like the opposite?
the APHA
In the sense that in the free-for-all, you literally try to be the most passive, invisible
Oh,
player
shit.
that you can be.
That's a good point.
But in 1v1, you are like, you like literally map control is the name of the game.
Is this the tourney? This is the replay of the tournament that was the round of 16 that was played yesterday and the day before, over the weekend. In late game,
Yes, it
interesting.
is.
Well, I feel like what Narnik pointed out is that like a lot of free for all tends to be somewhat don't poke the bear, you know, don't aggro your neighbors unless you need specific map control like land and stuff. And you know, I can see that being that's very different from 1v1, right? It's kind of different situation.
It's the same in late game, but not early game, definitely. As
he-
Artemis pointed out.
I'm really surprised. Like this repeat queue, I feel like is actively hurting PtaQ. Like he's making a lot of things that aren't units.
I feel like in FFA, the early game, I think it's more comparable to an 8v8 actually, since you are laning against one opponent and you don't want to spread
Sometimes
out too
too.
far.
Sometimes too,
Or
if you're
even, yeah.
unlucky.
In that case, good luck, buddy.
Dude, this is like this is eye-opening to me because I know PtaQ is very good, but the fact that his lab has been making like cons and twitchers and no units for so long is crazy to me.
Halo arming coming in for the kill.
I mean, that's so many brutes. That's so many
That's
rezzed
easy.
brutes. All of his build power he just like barely made is now dead.
Like 5 fiends running into that self-being, and he could have lived.
Like he has a tier 2 mix up, but he's dead, right? Like I feel like that tier 2 lab actively hurt him rather than help him.
I mean, at this point, his base is half LLT.
Yeah, it is. There's a fuckload of LLTs here and twin guards. Open Raw. I don't know what that is now.
Oh, Open Raw is pretty fun. It's like a open source remake of the original Command and Conquer.
Oh, really?
Open Red Alert.
That's kind of interesting.
Played that a bit with my friends.
I mean, the LLT forest is funny here, but at the same time, it's like, how does this help him really? Tier 2 or 70 grunts or medium tanks, you know? Like medium tanks would have been good.
Interesting.
Yeah, somehow when I was playing RTSs when I was a younger me, I didn't really I think the only Command and Conquer I actually played was Tiberium Wars. I don't think I actually played many of the other ones.
Which Tiberium Wars?
Oh shit. See, I can't even answer that question. That probably tells you how little I played it.
I loved the third one so much.
It probably was one of the
It's still such a good game.
It's actually really good.
2008 one, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with PtaQ a lot in 8v8, and he is very good. I mean, that just seems like a weird, like, I don't understand why. I don't understand the thought process behind that. What the Q there actively hurting him. Even knowing the PtaQ is very good, I don't understand that. Yeah, Vedor has been cooking a lot of people, Ryko. All right, Vedor's apparently pretty solid.
He's going in for it. I mean, he's top 16, right?
And I'm not just saying that because he also beat me, all right? No. He's beaten people better than me, all right?
Push those numbers up.
That first APA. Yeah, he did have a very, very fun to watch set against Randy. The con versus APA mentality kicking in a bit. Even the con versus
if you are in a good spot, you can go for it, but he was just not in a good spot, right?
Well, it's greedy, but
like, if you are pressuring the enemy, you can easily eco hard, but he was being pressured himself.
He didn't make a single tier 2 unit. Like not one, not a single unit because of the repeat queue that he was locked into. He didn't make a single tier 2 unit. There wasn't even an attempt to change his lab to make a tier 2 unit. It was ride or die on the repeat queue that he made, and that seems like a mistake.
Just alt-click like 5 fiends there is what you do, right?
Imagine a bedbug there, alright? You know what? Imagine a bedbug. Can you imagine the meaty connection? Oh my god, speaking of meaty connections.
Oh. God. That's the good shit.
Wow, alright. Oh man. Oh, okay. Just gotta stretch after that one. That was a good. Whew.
Ooh, just keeping PtaQ in the game.
Ah, man. Wow. That was good.
Finally, scientists have found this trainers for Cortex.
Yeah, please, God. It's not never found it. Oh. Uncertainty injection Wednesday? Really interesting. Will I go up to 70? I imagine.
Pound is a...
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, thank you. I think if Pound is a better in 1v1, because there's a lot more situations where have like blindly units running into defenses.
I will play my Cortex vehicles in 8v8 and make my pounders till I die. All right, we have to rip them out of my cold dead claws. All right, it's not. I will be making pounders as long as I can. It's like 46.
I mean, they're not bad, and you need them to kill big blobs. What were you saying earlier?
Well, Austin was asking if I'll go up to 70 OS, and I imagine that it's basically going to be a competition to see who can drop to 20 OS quicker, Austin, if anything.
Don't do a Chisato. Nobody wants to see you do a Chisato.
No, because that's actively boring. That's not fun. Nobody wants that. But I won't be surprised if we see some well-known names hovering around like 30 OS. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Austin understands exactly what I'm talking about.
I like the greedy Nexus from Vader, like literally on his front porch. If you look up north.
Oh shit, he is grabbing though. I mean, how does PtaQ contest these? Like he's fully invested in. Oh god. Oh god, PtaQ. Not like this. I mean, he's going out. He knows he's dead. Oh, wait. Did he not know he was dead? Like what? He said the army. I mean, no.
No, he missed some. He could have lived there.
That was a lot.
Maybe,
of
but it would have.
It.
He never
wasn't the cleanest execution, but got the job done.
Yep. That was That was well played from Vetter. I mean, wait, hold on. Metal produced. Yeah, PtaQ was actually up for most of it. He just, I think he has some weird choices.
Let's look at the Vader scaling. Like he's been all over the place. Just look at the
Just
minimap
way
now.
more units. I mean, he got so much reclaim control in mid after PtaQ's Resbots
What's the
died.
energy produced?
Oh
it's
shit.
too late.
Well, I have failed you, Narnik, and I apologize. So I have to do it one by one.
Oh, the misery.
So this is game 2. Nope, that's not game 2. I'm an idiot.
Now let's keep a close
wait.
eye on PtaQ's queue.
What? Oh, it is game 2. No, I'm actually right. Whew. And Austin, I think they frown upon OS fixing. All right, that might be not something. May not be something you want to do. You know what I mean? And look, as long as my OS does not go up, you know what? I'll be happy. I think the worst case scenario is if mine skyrockets because all these other people are devaluing themselves, and I think that is basically just pain if that
You'll
happens.
be inflated if everybody else is deflating.
Yeah, that would actually actively be terrible. Oh man, he's just having his 2 mexes hanging out in the breeze. What the fuck? Oh, this
Leave and
manipulation. Yeah. Except, you know,
Not on my Christian Discord channel, please.
a lot of people I think are recognizing how painful being high OS is with how balanced.
Watch
it
the lab.
works. Oh fuck! True.
Watch the lab.
No, PtaQ.
PtaQ.
Is he? I mean, what the fuck? He's actually.
He has to do it because he's interspersing them. That's why he has to do it.
Well, see, that makes sense, but like, also why? Why do you need these hyper-specific numbers? Can't you just do less numbers of all of this and it would be the same thing?
Just divide it by 10 and it's like, it's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, isn't that just... I mean, I guess, you know, yeah, there's not really anything else going on, so it's not like he's diverting APM from something important. You know?
Like, he found his playstyle.
Yeah.
I feel like a good player is very good at like front-loading APM when he needs it to, and that's an aspect of doing that. So that you don't APM stall in critical moments.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny.
I don't understand a visionary, that's true. I mean, you know what, PtaQ, 48 OS and 1v1s, I'm like 30, alright? Clearly, I am a 1v1 noob. Grunts, cons, and mixing some thugs. So my idea is that you could literally do the same queue and get probably the same amount of units with, like, literally dividing it by 10. You could basically get the same thing. And it'd be the same repeat queue. About more or less cons earlier or later. But yeah, I mean, I guess, you know what, that is an APM thing, or it'll come down to you would have to then adjust your queue, right? Which is, I think, how I've seen most people play. Like, most people play where they just adjust their queue as they're going, but it's your runs or grounds and cons.
Randy, do you use any widgets or do you just raw dog the game?
Are they my only 2 options?
I think those are the only options he gave you. Widgets or raw dog and Randy, I don't know.
Just raw dog.
There you go.
Alright, respect brother.
I changed a couple of hotkeys around in the UI text
yeah.
file.
Do you,
So I
are you a
switched.
grid enjoyer? You must play grid by default.
No, I don't play grid.
What?
I'm surprised you don't at least have, like, just grid, do the thing I'm doing where you get, like, the normal unit, you get your normal keys, and then you just have grid for the, like, building options.
Building selection.
Because those are so nice. So nice.
I probably should switch, but I'm lazy.
Well, I imagine,
I'm used to this.
yeah, it's like muscle memory, right, at this point? Or it's...
I mean, if you know
play a
every
certain
unit
way.
by heart, then it doesn't make a difference.
A lab running without having to APM it. Yeah, I think you just need to be willing to adjust, because, like, literally the last game we saw PtaQ actively get hurt by his building queue. Oh, that's not a good trade for Vetter at all.
It's like the usual trade-off, like of flexibility, like for a
Yeah.
PM.
Roseberry. I don't do that as often, Meow. All right, look, I've gotten better. I've gotten better. Holy shit, he's
I did more
going.
recently.
Oh, see this. He's going.
Ooh,
These are early
early
grunts.
thugs.
Thugs. Jesus, call them grunts. Early thugs in this queue.
Oh, because it's his Q automated, so that's why. Like, he didn't think about it, I think. Like, these fogs were going to happen no matter what Vader did, right?
But God, this is so weird to think about because I feel like he would then need to adjust his Q anyway had he traded worse against Vetter with these grunts because then he would be down in grunts and you don't want to have
You
thugs
need to have
chasing
grunts to chase grunts, yeah.
So if he had traded worse, then like he would need to change his
Screwed
Q. But
himself
would
over.
You could control.
He should, but he wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can do these things, but will he? Like last game he did not, and I would say that like there was two situations last game where he did not. That actively hurt him.
Do you not like the meme of like the bell curve of the IQ?
Wait, is that the winner one? Where,
I'm just finding out right now in the sense that like low S people don't use grid, and like the tryhard sweaty boys use grid, and at the very top end of the bell curve, like the best of the best, like Ragnar's and the Randys, they don't use the
you get like Claret. Claret just
Yeah.
doesn't use like control groups at all. Like as far as I know, he doesn't use control
he just
groups.
zooms out really far.
Doesn't use hotkeys. The man is just full blown. He's just playing the game.
I guess that's true.
For LTLT, that makes sense. Yeah, it's similar to like what like the earlier set where shit, who was it that went? Was it Teddy? I think went three rockets really early, just to pressure LLTs.
But who gets
me
him after?
Me and PtaQ played this map and he did the same build.
What the early thug aggression?
Thug pressure.
Well, because
out.
Vetter is not really responding to this. I feel like in a good way, right? Like grunts. How do grunts fight this? You need so many grunts to trade into like thugs
I
like
like
this.
how we're like desperately trying to find like the mistakes and the inflexibility of his play, but PtaQ's doing really well.
I mean, that's a fair point. Like, how would you respond to this if you've seen this thug push happening, Randy? Would you just go around with grunts? Or would you like change up your unit comp or like what?
Yeah, I just wouldn't engage it, fall back with my commander.
Makes sense.
Go around the sides, because I should have more grunts than him.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. Like you can see he's making a lot of thugs, and every metal he's putting into thugs, he's not putting into like grunts. Go get his eco. I mean, it makes sense.
I played PtaQ and that happened.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He just eventually outmaneuvered him.
Doesn't have enough BP. Well, he's kind of E-stalling hard, right? So like, all of his BP doesn't. Yeah, he's fixing it now.
No E-scaling.
You can't spend your metal if you got no energy.
Does PtaQ also have like 5,000 solas queued with one calm?
No, actually, like he's been scattering them as he's walking. I feel like that is like almost worst case scenario you could take with grunts, is to drive into thugs like that. I am so shocked there's no pounders in this queue. How many thugs does he need to kill the commander? With good micro? Not many. They outrange a commander. They outrange and outrun a commander.
Like fight for days.
Surely brutes here are the wrong call.
Vader needs like res spots up top, like pronto. But that lab is in grave danger.
I feel like he needs like 2 pounders. Like brutes are working. You know what? Brutes are working, but a lot of those thugs were bruised. This he has no BP on the. He's out of metal. He's just run out of metal. Thugs can outrange pounder. No, they can't. No way. Hold on. Range through 15.
Pounder.
Holy shit, they do. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Oh, poor Pounder can't do anything.
Every time I've fought like thug walls, I've just gone pounders and killed them. I didn't realize they outranged them that hard.
Drive in and usually don't walk back instantly.
Yeah. Usually people don't like micro well enough. Although now PtaQ's actually spreading properly.
It's really funny if you also have like trying to trade comms well is so hard because you need to immediately pivot around. Because if you walk for like a quarter second into each other, you're already too close and will also die from the explosion.
Do
So
they
often.
fire? See, that's probably some like, you know, insider bar knowledge that I actually don't know. If the answer to that. Oh, this is kind of an annoying raid. This is pretty good damage. He can get.
Could any smart person tell me if you could write a widget which can place a
Ooh, that's good D-gun.
like the attack selector mid-air, if you could force rocket bus to shoot into the air, or even just plasma, because you could like get so much more range out of things, but that would be cheesing.
Are you trying to cheat the game? No, is that what you're doing? Am I hearing about hacks right
It's a thought experiment, all right?
Not experiment.
He thought about cheating.
You thought about cheating, exactly.
But I mean, if you could place
a lot
a
of tanks to D-gun.
attack marker in 3D space like in the air, you could like have double the range of most plasma.
That does sound like it. I'm with Delph. That does sound like a cheat.
But you would like, how do you calculate that? I guess it wouldn't be that hard, actually.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Yeah, you imagine an LRPC shooting straight up. You mean a Starfall? Yeah, better.
No. The 45-degree angle is peak range. Come on, do your cannon math.
Oh my god. Vetter lost all of his tanks. Like he lost a solid amount of tanks to D-gun, and now it's just bad trades. He needs this medal, but at the same.
Oh, he's living on the.
Oh man.
Oh, the misery.
That is pain. I mean, PtaQ was very ahead. Okay, PtaQ was very ahead. That was not a close game. That was. They were even for like 3 minutes. Like, that does feel very bad. It is wow. That is wow. I just can't even deal with that.
Sometimes the end's just like that.
Yeah, sometimes you just accidentally walk into 2 LLTs and you just can't get out of range in time.
Well, that's what I call a
BARcQ wins. Yeah, that's really funny actually. Oh man. I mean, that thug push was interesting, but I do think, yeah, kind of what Randy was saying, of just going around it is the better play than just running your grunts into it. Man, I didn't even look at it. I forgot to look and see exactly how long this game is.
Now let's look at the talk one more time.
Cause this is a cool map. Dark LordVedor, purely because he has a kick-ass name. See, I'm rooting for him because he beat me, and that means if he beats PtaQ, you know what? If you just follow the logic there, look, it's looking good for me. Just saying, it's looking good. It's looking good. Oh, PtaQ's arm. I'm gonna get the blitz build we've seen a few times now. Wonder if Vetter's also gonna go tanks or if he's gonna go bot. When I played him on this map, he went bot. Yeah, there you go. You went bots. Your wind's kind of bad. He's going arm. Yeah, all right, we got blitz versus grunts. Wait, we gotta look. What do we got? What do we got, PtaQ?
Oh, let's go.
I like it. You know what? I'm liking this. That's a lot
I
of
like
rovers.
the cute and cancelled muskrat.
You digging?
Or that's a beaver?
Oh shit, I don't remember. It's a beaver. Yep. Canis is my favorite. I think it might be mine as well. It's a very cool map. I really liked it in 3v3 too. This map. It was very cool.
It's a good recent addition. I think we're gonna see more of it. But yeah, it's more of a small team games map, not a big 8v8 map. Or a 1v1 map.
Yeah. It's a good 1v1. Like all the like a lot of the interesting games so far that I've seen have been on this map. Or Heartbreak actually, for that matter. Those two maps have been pretty interesting games. So he does have an early con. He's already expanding as well. I mean, that's kind of what I'm feeling like. But, I mean, it's a different playstyle. It's not wrong. All right, it's just funny. It's a different playstyle and it's
like,
funny.
It wouldn't, like if it wouldn't be on repeat, it would be understandable. But the fact that it's on repeat as well just makes it so funny.
It does. It's a very distinct repeat queue. I feel like I don't have enough game knowledge to do a repeat queue like that because I would run into a situation where I need to change it anyway. So there's like no
Does
point.
anyone?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe PtaQ's on. You know something I don't, man. All right. I feel like I need to change my queue too often to deal with things that are happening. That I might as well just not have a crazy ass repeat queue like that anyway. 17, the 13 to 73 ratio. Yep, some high math shit going on. I've noticed a few games now that PtaQ does this two cons expanding in the same direction. I don't think I've seen anybody else do this. Is this like somewhat normalish,
Nah.
Randy?
I've seen that a couple times in CCR.
We get like a two con expand, all like going in the same direction.
I've done it a few times on this map.
He
Feels a bit safer because you can throw a turret up faster if you need it.
He did the same on Heartbreak, and he's the only person I've seen do it. Like right from like his first two cons go out together. It feels like you would just expand slower doing this, right? Oh god. Man, Vedor's been guarding this well. These rovers.
No harass damage whatsoever.
Yeah, they've gotten like basically nothing done.
Wow, Vader is so good.
Two cons are really good to get LT. So it's just a safer expand then. That makes sense. This is not good though.
I like it even more with Forward though, because you get like exploiters up in like 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, because the build power issues of the exploiters. The build power cost is pretty low, I guess. You're the LT guy? Yes. There was, PtaQ was in here earlier talking about how you are the LT guy. It was very funny.
We saw you, you are the LLT
It
Lord.
was very funny.
That was the safest hill I've ever seen on Heartbreak Hill.
Nobody's pushing those hills.
Yeah, after playing Ragnar, when I go to bed at night, I check under my bed for LLTs.
They can just find a single con, they're slowly building.
We're discovering that there's an entire 1v1 meme community of things that I have never heard or seen in 8v8 playing with these people. Well, this is kind of annoying for him. I mean, the blitzes are reaching numbers that, you know, they can just run at them. That was actually that was not bad. I don't know. I'm assuming PtaQ did it on purpose. The micro putting the weak blitz in the back. Oh shit! Now it just kind of got ruined. Rip. But it was a nice little micro. Oh god, that grunt is missing like repeatedly. Jesus.
Imagine LLT that could walk. Then just a little smaller and cheaper.
You mean a Centurion? I mean, a Centurion, man. Right? It's kind of an LT that can walk. It's just not smaller or cheaper. The best value, free APM melter and forget. Yeah, I can understand that. I think it's just a playstyle. It's another playstyle thing, right? It's just a safer, more guaranteed expansion versus people that kind of like, they go for the greed, riskier expansions, and sometimes they get hard
Let's check how many LLTs Vader has, and he's way more in the breeze, right?
He's
He's
one.
a way more swinging player.
No, he's two. He has two. And they're both in the middle of a 3-max.
That barely defends them.
It doesn't do shit against as many blitzes either. Like they will drive through that and maybe lose one blitz. Yeah, I agree. PtaQ held well. That little run by. These grunts in his back line are a little scary though. Does he see this? I should check his vision. He does see this now.
The simple truth is, if you trade badly with blitzes against LLT, you simply didn't build enough LLTs.
Yeah,
Ask
clearly.
Ragnar, he knows.
Just make wall. until you've reached levels of wall. Have you really made enough LLTs? I've kind of heard different things, Austin. Like, where a lot of people are saying this is a vehicle start. But Randy, you said this is kind of either or, right? But it's vehicles popular right now, I think is what you said earlier.
Yeah, it's new enough that there doesn't seem to be a huge consensus. I've seen both.
Do you think the meta will like start to stabilize towards one direction?
Yeah, sure.
If you had to guess, do you think it's going to stay tanks, or do you think it's going to transition to bots?
Well, it might give away to my opponents this weekend. What I'll
Oh shit, that's a good point. It's the same maps. I can't.
Chant out your preferences now.
I forgot about that.
Post winner's interview later. Oh no, he didn't repair that one earlier. Now it's dead.
Yeah.
That was one of the annoying things from these like group games. Like in the back of your mind, you're thinking all these replays are going to get watched by my future opponents. Do I show my best strategy? Do I do something slightly different to try and hide stuff?
Like your A game.
It's a bit awkward.
Do you think it would be better if the maps changed in the rounds? Like so, like round
not necessarily, but it's just something we have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's a pretty large map pool, right? Like
It's a
there's
good
also
map
like
pool.
vetoes and like the usual tournament shenanigans going on of bans and thinking about what map favors your opponent and what map favors
Oh,
you.
interesting. On bots here. Bot lab in the front. It's interesting. Better
So
pull.
I've heard you say before that you like more smaller-ish maps, and like if you play
Yeah.
against Teddy, you think he's favored on like larger maps.
Well, that's what I thought. And then, which
You
tournament was
proved
it?
yourself wrong.
There was a tournament where you had to play each other like 8 games or something, and I thought I'd be better on the small maps, he'd be better on the big maps, and it turned out the opposite. Like, I won all the big maps, he won all the small maps, so who knows?
I mean, we kind of saw that in like the 2v2 tournament, right? With you and Daywalker, where like it did seem Ragna and Teddy were a little more comfortable on the bigger eco maps. It kind of looked like than you two were. And
I mean, Teddy
can
was
see that.
very comfortable. Ragnar was just like playing like he usually does, I feel like.
Oh, really? The proxy behemoth was normal Ragna plays? Is that where?
Never mind.
yeah, that was pretty normal. I don't know if that was pretty normal.
But just like the Azure Lake is funny, that it just like it just
As
was a
much
rag rush.
Yeah.
As Azure, yeah.
That map was
A bad map.
so painful.
I'll say it. That was a bad map. I don't like that. I don't like that map in 8v8, and I like water maps, and I do not like that map.
Well, that map was all my fault, because me and Daywalker, we had a strategy planned out, and it all revolved around me being arm, and I loaded in with core, and as soon as I
right.
landed, I was like, I'm so sorry, Sam. Day.
I remember you saying that you
that's
want to
so
do like
sad.
a platypus
Yeah,
rush
so-
or something, right? With the
Yeah.
yeah.
So we had this nice plan, and it was gonna, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, what do we do now?
Yeah. And core, it turns
Might
out,
have
was
worked
not
really
doing
well
that
against them.
as well. Core does
Seems like
not
they were
do
just
as well.
equaling out.
I like this Centurion push. It's kind of funny from PtaQ. It's a little scary.
More about
Platypus.
LLTs.
Yeah, the platypus rush is much more worrying, I think, than the duck rush. Same with the marauder switch rather than Shiva's.
Yeah. It's nice because they have like flex AA for the shurikens as well.
Yeah, much
Yeah.
faster too. Much less time to react.
Both Maras and the Platies. Immune against air.
So yeah, the plan was Daywalker to kind of distract them, slow them down a bit, while I just like rushed full out platypus.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense. This is kind of a weird game. They're somewhat even. Vedor's a little ahead in how much metal he's got.
I just really like the next game after that because Teddy got way too comfortable and got punished so hard by Daywalker. That was very
Was
satisfying
that
to watch.
Pawn retreat one?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, was it?
Was it? I think that was the pawn
No, the
retreat
bigger one.
Yeah, where Teddy was getting raided like constantly.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was a good comeback. You know, they showed Daywalker and Randy's aggression. It was a little better that game.
Some
Yeah,
vindication.
Day was super strong all that final set.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. Honestly, it was 5 games, and it was a fun 5 games to watch, except for Azurite Shores. That map is horrible.
We almost had a good game.
It was really good, except that
we
map
were robbed of a good game.
Snooze fest. It was a snooze fest map. I mean, this is kind of the thing about Centurions is like they're very scary for a very brief moment, but like these medium tank numbers are growing to the point that these Centurions are well,
it's like a unit with a small time window.
They're kind of a meme,
efficacy.
You know, like how are they going to trade into brutes?
I mean, if they get close, they might do well, right?
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's 3 of them, and there's 10 medium tanks here.
I mean, any unit's gonna trade so poorly if the opposite side is like 3 times the metal in the army composition.
Exactly. Yeah. With a lightning pop-up, it's gonna have some value here for sure. If I could add another faction to BAR, which would it include? Well, as a Zerg fanboy, all right, I'm a big fan of the old biological factions. Big fan.
I also want like a more bio-focused faction. But like it will still need to eat metal, right? Like it can't diverge too much.
Have a bit of creep.
Yeah, a little bit of creep. Yeah, exactly. Objective? Why is Vedder pinging this? Exactly. Yeah, Raptor's playable, man. I'll be down. He's pinging this.
Is Vader just a machine?
I don't know why he's pinging it. Like, it's really funny.
Objective.
He's coaching himself during the game.
Maybe.
He set himself small goals which he can accomplish.
Yeah, Undead is already. Are you talking? Wait, are scavs kind of like that?
I feel like he just got resurrected armies.
Okay, that's kind of like a funny amount of Centurions where all of a sudden
Necromancer playstyle.
That's a lot of DPS. Oh.
Don't they just melt Shuis as well?
Not if they're all EMP. PtaQ.
Oh, this might.
Oh, that is so many mediums. Is he dead? Wait, PtaQ, are you dead? Oh.
This is it.
Oh my god, he's totally dead. Wait, he has no EDD gun. Is that water's not deep enough for talking? He can't hide in it. No. Oh my god, he's dead.
Better. Oh no, Vader fulfilled his
objective. I didn't expect that.
Watery grave.
Alright.
Now he sleeps with the fishes.
That was a good punish from Vedder. And turned out once again Centurions. Very bad unit. Alright, very sad, very bad unit.
I mean, what bot would have been better there? No amount of bots and equal metal would have helped there.
I mean, it's like, that was a lot of metal in units for a small amount. So I'm kind of memeing the Centurions, but like they are. Vedder just had more map control, really. Like he had more mexes. I don't even say map control because really he didn't get that far past the river. He just expanded better, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, even if you just like secure your side faster, that's a clear advantage.
Yeah. Yeah.